Welcome back to Cleaner Garage. It's Fred and Frankie here. How you going, Frankie?
G'day.
Woohoo! Alright, we've got the snot box back, and we've got a ton of things to tell you about in today's episode. But the most important is we've got to get some brakes sorted. So Frankie's doing a little bit of unboxing there. Some interesting looking items.
Never used one of these before.
No, that'll be very interesting to have a look at. So, in terms of these brake pads, have a look at the quality that we've got on here. We'll pull them off in a second. But they are General Motors' finest 4-spot brake calipers. And we're pretty sure that these are probably close to the lowest spec pads you can get on a Commodore, don't you reckon, Frankie?
I'd say so, yes.
I'd say so, yeah. Anyway, we are going to step up the game because this car's going to the track. More about that later. But first of all, let's show you what the pads are that we actually end up buying. Alright, so we've got some new brake pads here from the House of Ferodo, Frankie. So what? Show us a look here.
Well, they must be good. They used to sponsor Bathurst. So some high-specy pads for the snot box.
Very nice.
And most importantly, they come with stickers.
Oh, stickers. We love stickers. You beauty. Alright, so these look like they are the DS Performance pads. And Frankie and I tried to get them the highest performance you could get. More about those in a second. DS 2500 and 3000s. And that's them there.
They've got sparklies and special vitamins in them, so they have to do a better job than what we've got.
I'd say so. Alright, let's get these old pads out, Frankie. And let's get the new ones in. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to pull these old pads out, Frankie. Oh, how do they look?
Amazingly,
They look
almost brand new.
a touch glazed though, aren't they, there? And they don't have the big wear indicator line that those other Ferodos have got.
No, but there's plenty of meat on them.
Yep.
But, yeah, not much chop.
No. And what's the other one?
Yeah, they look fine as well.
There's a fair bit of wear left on them.
Yeah.
I don't think our previous owner was the most spirited driver, just quietly. Don't say that! Righto, let's keep working and let's get the others. Well, let's get the other side off, Frankie, and we'll keep going.
We'll keep going, yep.
Alright, Frankie, we've got the front wheel off. What are we doing here?
We're just undoing the caliper slide. So it's a 12mm,
Yep.
one of the back, and holding it with an 18mm so we can undo the little slides. There's two of them.
Yep. Cool. I'll let you nut away there, Frankie. We'll see it when it's done. Alright, let's go, Frankie. What do you got there?
So the caliper's out of the way, the slide with the two pistons, only big time for us. We'll pull these pads out and they're in a similar fantastic condition. So, we'll replace them with our U-Butte Ferodos.
Yep, let's do it. Let's keep going. Alright, Frankie, you bought yourself a nice little tool there. What does that do?
Yeah, new fandangled piston pusher backer thing.
Oh, wow.
So this is the 2000 model, so it's hand operated.
Oh, yes.
At Bathurst you might use something a little more elaborate, I'm imagining.
So you're just pushing those pistons back?
Yeah, one at a time.
Yep.
That's all the technology we've got.
Righto. Look at those big 2-piston high-powered calipers there. I'll tell you what.
Nothing but the best, like you said.
No, that's it. Alright, we'll keep going.
We're just going to use our Crc Brake Cleaner. Nothing but the best, CRC. It's a sponsor of Penrite Racing, so good enough for us.
It certainly is. And it looks like you've pushed those pistons back there in the caliper there, Frankie.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, look at that. And we're going to show you with these Ferodo pads that they're actually one for the inside and one for the outside. Don't mix them up. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Alright, so these Ferodos have got different dimples on the back of the pads there, don't they, Frankie?
Yeah, that's the back one.
Yep.
Got some dimples in the middle. The dimples are missing for the outside. Obviously that's going to foul on this part of the caliper.
Righto. And it looks like our previous ones, that they looked a bit different, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looks like they had to gouge these out, or I'm not sure what the go was there, but maybe someone will know that for us and you can write in.
Yep. Leave your comments below. Let us know. Alright, Frankie, so those little pads are in.
Yep.
Bi-directional. Caliper over the top.
Slide that, you like that?
Yep.
Put our bolts back in.
Let's do it. Alright, Frankie, so that caliper is back on. And we noticed that our brake line was a little bit skew-iff, so we've sorted that out, just in case some astute viewers noticed that. So, Frankie, I reckon now we've done that, I reckon it's onto the rears.
Yeah.
Alright.
And one thing you've got to remember, don't do a Russell Ingle.
Yep.
At Sandown one year when he was speared off into the dirt because he forgot to pump up his brake pedal. So your pedal will be low because you've knocked the pistons away.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll definitely be doing that before you go home tonight, Frankie. Good call. All right, it's getting a bit dark here at Clooney Garage, but we're still going. We've got to get these rears on. So let's see what Frankie's up to. Here he is. The rear wheels are off. What do you got there, Frankie? 12?
Yeah, once again, it's 12 mil on these slides, so we just undo one and push it out of the way.
Yep.
Take our brake pads out.
Too easy. We'll let you crack those nuts. And well, let's pull these other ones out and see how they're looking. All right, Frankie, those bolts are off. Let's have a look at these pads.
Okay, these are the PBR calipers. How many pistons in that caliper?
Oh, I think I can see a unicorn caliper piston there, Frankie.
But nothing but the best for the little snot box, and the pads are
What's your little...
pretty stuffed. Look at my little tool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's not a lot of meat on them. There's a little bit, but
they're still pretty shiny though, aren't they?
we could do better.
Oh, geez. And I reckon when the fronts were changed, they didn't do the rears just quietly. So, very interesting. Here we go.
All right, they might not have needed to, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's all good. Now, Frankie, that's this little tool here. We saw you use it in anger before. And that's to push that piston back. And obviously you only got one piston to push back. But it's a doozy little tool, isn't it?
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Needed one of these years ago.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll set this tool up. And then we'll actually then take another look at these little Ferodos. And again, they're only our little one piston Ferodo. So we'll have a look in a second. All right, Frankie, so your little tool is in. And let's start winding him and push that piston back.
Yeah, we've got the little Piston Pusher 2000 in action again.
Yeah.
So we just wind him up until the piston's pushed back into the caliper.
Yeah. That's a hell of a lot better than using a big bar or a big screwdriver and wrecking that piston.
Yeah, yeah, used to just use two old pads and a big screwdriver.
Yep,
Not the most efficient way, but this is a little beauty.
That's heaps better, isn't it? All right, as Frankie's doing that, they are the new Ferodos on the rears. Same brake pad material as the fronts. And interestingly, on the fronts, they definitely had different sort of shapes and pins on them. But these on the inside of the rotor and the outside are exactly the same, aren't they, Frankie?
I think so.
Yep. If not, we're doing it the wrong way, which I don't think we are, but that's all good. All right, Frankie, pads are in.
That's right. So we just swing our little
Yep, a little trapdoor down.
caliper back into place, put our bolt on, our little 12 mil,
Yep.
and pump up the brake pedal again.
Start to do some pumping. Let's do it. All right, everyone. The brake pads are done. And not before time as well. Bit dark out there, but that's all good. Speaking of darkness, look what the cat has dragged in. Look at him.
What are these, mate? Where'd these come from?
You look like little Scott McLaughlin there in your seatbelt harnesses. Oh, my. Oh, stop it. Where did you get that seat from?
They're multiplying, aren't they, Sparkos?
Oh, look at them over here. They're like,
got to keep up with the Joneses.
oh, bloody gremlins. Like, add water and they'd start replicating.
So.
So there's got to be a story behind these, Frankie. What happened?
Well, it comes back to your old mate with his smashed Commodore, and he said he couldn't have you slopping around like a slippery salmon in those leather seats.
No.
And he had another set tucked away.
Wow. And I think these were the original seats he had in the VL before he put these in, before he put the race techs in. So, now I know one of our viewers, Frankie, talked about us having too much money, but I think old mate's got a bit more money than us.
Yeah, to have 6 seats floating around.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's donated something to the cause, and
Yep.
we've come away with some Sparkos for the snot box as well.
Absolutely. So we've got some harnesses. So these look like what Pro 2000s. So they're not a bad looking seat. A tiny bit of wear where old mate's been hopping in and out. But apart from that, I reckon they've got to be better than what we've got in the snot box, Frankie.
Can't be any worse, can it?
Cannot be any worse, because those ones are, you know, admittedly there's a bit of fishing line and a bit of magic juice and some guitar picks, and we've also found some other remnants which we can't really talk about on the channel, but that's all good because they're going. Those seats are off. We don't want them anymore. So let's start talking about what else is coming to the snot box. We'll get this car ready for the track. All right, Frankie, so we've seen your Sparko race seats. What else have you got planned for the snot box?
Well, I think we've got the tyres. We've got our Nittos NT05s. We've got some decent 10/10 Penrite fluid in them.
Yep.
We've got these fantastic Ferodo racing pads.
Oh, geez, they're going to make all the difference. Yep.
And we've got our Lovell lowered springs.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we've still got that FE2 150,000 km/h worn out shock absorbers.
Yep.
So we'll see how we go with those. But
Righto.
what could go wrong, you reckon?
Yeah, no, exactly. In fact, I don't know what could go wrong. Two idiots on a racetrack with a 10-year-old car that's 300 kilowatts every day of the week, Frankie.
Oh.
More. On that note, don't do it for Dale, do it for Brocky, and stay tuned. And we're going to do one track day. We'll talk about more of that in our midweek episode. But we're also going to, that'll be our baseline run. And then Frankie and I will lash out and get some Race Reds coilovers. And we will talk to you about what we're expecting on that track day, times we're expecting, and how much fun we're going to have. Don't do it for Dale, do it for Brocky. Hope you learned a lot about today's episode and how to put some high-performance brake pads in your Commodore. Catch you later.